What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. It is Saturday, February 10th, 2024, and I have some breaking news to share with you guys. Right now, it is 9:38 p.m. Eastern Time here in the United States. We have some major breaking news coming in from France. Apparently, there was a transformer fire at a French nuclear power plant, and this resulted in the external power source for one of the reactors to be lost, and the reactor was then automatically shut down. So that's very concerning. We also have a U.S. nuclear war command and control plane up in the air this evening. This is the third one airborne today. We had 5 yesterday. So U.S. nuclear forces are on high alert. We also have this interesting video that was posted by the U.S. Nuclear Emergency Support Team, and they're showing how they're going to use one of their nuke sniffer helicopters to patrol Las Vegas to make sure there's no illicit nuclear weapon or dirty bomb in the area. So this is the Bell helicopter that they're going to be using. So just be on alert tomorrow, guys. Something big could happen during the Super Bowl. Potentially a dirty bomb or an illicit nuclear weapon could be detonated. We'll have to wait and see, but this is definitely very interesting and also very concerning that they would use nuke sniffer helicopters for the Super Bowl. Some people are saying that this could be an indication that there might be a false flag. I don't know about that. We'll have to wait and see. But just be alert tomorrow. And the Biden administration has apparently rejected Putin's offer to hold negotiations to end the war in Ukraine. And there were multiple drone attacks on Ukraine today. It appears that these drone attacks affected mostly the southern part of Ukraine around Odessa and Mykolaiv, and then also in Kyiv and Dnipropetrovsk. So multiple drone attacks today. And last night there was also a drone attack on Kharkiv, which caused over a dozen deaths to occur. Okay. And Israeli sources have reported that the preparations for the Israeli military operation into Rafah and the Philadelphia axis has been completed, and the Israeli military is just waiting for the green light from Netanyahu. And Joseph Borrell, the EU's top diplomat, said that the Israeli operation in Rafah could lead to serious tensions with Egypt, and Egypt has already deployed dozens of tanks, armored vehicles, helicopters, etc., to the border with Gaza. And they said that they're going to scrap the 1979 peace agreement with Israel if Israel goes ahead with their operation in Rafah. And the British Foreign Secretary David Cameron, former Prime Minister of Britain, said, "We are deeply concerned about the possibility of a military attack on Rafah, where more than half of Gaza's population is taking refuge." And the Israeli military already dropped leaflets over Rafah, and the Egyptian army has erected sand barriers on the border with Gaza. This was reported by Al Arabia. And the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu told ABC News tonight that victory is within reach and that he agrees with civilian concerns presented by the United States about the operation. He said, "We're going to do it while providing a safe passage for the civilian population so they can leave." And Israeli media reported that the president of Argentina, Javier Milei, called for the demolition of the Al-Aqsa Mosque, the third holiest site in Islam, in order to bring about the Messiah. And Chinese Coast Guard vessels have been passing by Japanese claimed waters for the past few weeks in the East China Sea, and China's warships have been edging near Japan's southwestern islands in recent days. Now, we know that China sent a record number of spy balloons to Taiwan yesterday, 8 balloons in 24 hours, and over 400 air sorties by China to Taiwan just in the last 40 or so days. Okay, that is just insane. All right, so something is brewing here. We also have something brewing on the Korean Peninsula. We have a lot of reconnaissance this evening in South Korea near the DMZ. Here we have some plane that was flying along the DMZ with no flight data at all. Okay, no call sign, no aircraft type, no registration, nothing. Absolutely nothing, just flying back and forth along the DMZ. That is extremely weird. And then we had several U.S. Army reconnaissance planes also airborne this evening. Here we have a beach guardrail operated by the U.S. Army, and it was patrolling the coast of South Korea here, okay, the west coast. And then here we have another U.S. Army Beechcraft that actually turned off its transponder. Okay, so these are both intelligence gathering planes that are used by the U.S. Army. We also have some weird LiDAR mapping going on over the Philippines. Check this out. This is a NASA plane, a C-20A, and it's doing some LiDAR mapping around Manila. And this is very suspicious, and it could indicate preparations for a war with China. And they want to map the terrain of Manila and the surrounding areas in case of a war. Okay, this is extremely weird. And here we have two U.S. Navy E-2C Hawkeyes. These planes are used by our aircraft carriers. They're like a small AWACS plane, and they were doing some calibration flights near Chincoteague and Wallops Island. So that means that they could be deploying very soon with an aircraft carrier strike group. And we now have 3 U.S. aircraft carrier strike groups in the Western Pacific. We have the Ronald Reagan Carrier Strike Group in Japan, and we have the Carl Vinson and the Teddy Roosevelt Carrier Strike Groups not too far from Guam and the Philippines. Okay, and we also know that the U.S., France, Japan, South Korea, and Australia are doing massive exercises right now in Guam and the Western Pacific. Okay, so tensions are escalating in this part of the world, and the German government expects that if Ukraine loses the war with Russia, that about 10 million Ukrainians could leave the country, and most of these refugees would go to Western Europe, and Germany would be one of the target countries. The newspaper Welt am Sonntag learned from the security and parliamentary services. Okay, so that is very interesting. And Venezuela has been building a new base on the border with Guyana. Here we have some aerial footage of what appears to be a runway or landing strip being built in the middle of the jungle along the border with Guyana. That is a pretty long runway here. Okay, check that out. Let me just scroll through here. Okay, you can see quite a long runway. And in New York City, there were some violent pro-Palestinian protesters who attacked New York City police officers at the Brooklyn Museum. And there's currently a solar radiation storm in progress for the second day in a row. We are in a S2 class solar radiation storm, which is a moderate solar radiation storm. And I want to just show you guys some more pictures here from that base that's being built in Venezuela right on the border with Guyana. Okay, you can see they have some earth moving equipment here and some infantry. Okay, they're clearing the jungle out. And Earth orbiting satellites have just detected an M9 class solar flare from the Earth facing sunspot AR3576. The powerful explosion was only a few percentage points away from being an X class flare. So this was just under X class, which is the strongest type of flare. So we'll have to wait and see if there's going to be any effects on Earth. But this thing was Earth facing, okay? Earth facing. So we could see some auroras. We could see interruptions to communications and various types of radio frequencies. But that's the latest breaking news that I have. I will be back tomorrow with more breaking news. So make sure you're subscribed. Hit the bell icon down below so you get notified when I post these updates. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. And until next time, take care. God bless. And don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere. And this update was sponsored by My Patriot Supply. Guys, My Patriot Supply is doing a limited time sale on their 1 year emergency food supply. They're going to drop the price by $700 for this week only. The sale expires February the 11th, 2024. This 1 year emergency food supply has a 25-year shelf life. It's all contained within 24 rugged water-resistant buckets. Free shipping is included. $700 off. To get the deal, go to preparewithnyprepper.com. The link is in the description below this video. They're also doing a discount on the Alexa Pure Pro water filtration system. They're doing an $80 discount. Normally the price is $280. They've dropped it down to $200. And this water filtration system filters out bacteria, heavy metals, chemicals, various types of pesticides and agricultural byproducts. And the best thing is that it does not need electricity to work. It's powered by gravity, so you can take this with you anywhere if you're going camping, if you're bugging out, if you lose power at home, okay? Or you could use this every day just for everyday use to purify your well water rather than installing a special treatment system that could cost thousands, okay? So to get the deals, go to preparewithnyprepper.com. The link is in the description below this video. $80 off the Alexa Pure Pro water filtration system and $700 off the My Patriot Supply 1 year emergency food supply. Guys, if you buy this thing, you're pretty much set for any scenario. Now, they also have a general store where they sell all kinds of prepping and survival items. They have a wide variety. To get to their general store, when you go to preparewithnyprepper.com, you click on the top of the page, the logo here, My Patriot Supply. Click that logo, and it'll take you to their general store, and they have everything you need. Okay, so check it out, preparewithnyprepper.com. The link is in the description below this video.